Welcome back. Last month I took you on a tour of our back then unfurnished Parisian apartment, and at the end of that video I had asked you if you wanted to see the place once it's all done. An overwhelming majority of you said yes. Please bring us along one more time once you're done. So in today's video I am taking you once more on a tour of our this time furnished apartment. Let's go. So let's start at the front door. In the last video I showed you what the hallway looks like and a bit of our neighborhood. We have our winter coats, a shoe rack, a basket with shopping bags so we don't forget them as we head out. And then as we turn around on this rather squeaky floor, we have our street cafe. I talked about this in the last video. This foyer is so big, and since there is no place to sit in the kitchen, we thought this might be cute. And then this guy right here, I bought last week. I carried him home for about a mile, so we don't have a car here. Everything is done by foot. And in that mile, I got quite attached to him. I named him Olivier, and I hope he will be happy here. We have another plant right here, which I don't have a name for. Here's the living room, but before I take you in there, let me back up and show you the foyer one more time. And then actually before we go in here, let me take you back here. I did show you this room in the last video. And by the way, it is only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but it is a cold, rainy day, so it's quite dark outside. But as I mentioned, I did show you this room in the last video. And a couple of you got very upset with me that I took this gorgeous room and turned it into a gym. But I disagree. I think that finding the motivation to work out is something many of us struggle with. So why not take a beautiful part of your house or apartment and turn it into a workout area? My husband and I use this room every single day, much more so than if we would have turned it into a dining room. And when I'm down here on the ground, we did get this mat to protect this beautiful floor. But when I'm down here doing my sit-ups, looking up at this gorgeous ceiling, I'm happy. So from here, you can look into the living room. There used to be doors right here, but they took them out. We have Sam's bed. She's usually laying right here when I work out. Free weights, kettlebells, some mats. So then let's go back out and into the living room. Now, a couple of you had asked me whether I'm going to furnish this place with French furniture or in French style. And while I would love to, this is use what you've got. In fact, this chair right here is the only piece of French furniture we have. And we did buy that in Paris about 4 years ago. But other than that, it is, as I said, use what you've got. Here's Sam. My husband and I move so much. We move about every 2 or 3 years. So this is all just an accumulation of our life together. And while some of it might not match, it makes me happy to look at it because every piece comes with a memory. Like this couch, for example, we bought when we first got married and lived in Hawaii. This table, I can't remember, but we just recently refurbished the chairs together. And then this little side table is the perfect example. While this might not match the style of the apartment, my husband built this, and then we took the dishes we had gotten when we first got together about 11 years ago. They were in pretty bad shape, and we broke them and made this mosaic out of it. So here is a bar I don't use. and I wanted lots and lots of plants. In fact, I still want more. My husband keeps saying, are you done now buying plants? But it makes me happy to look at all this green. I absolutely love the fireplaces. So let me back up so you get the full picture. And of course, you can look into the gym from here. And then as we turn around, let's go into the kitchen. Here is our big brookie. I love this guy. He's just a fancy water filter, but I really like the way the water tastes. And then while this is a tiny, well, not so much tiny, but narrow kitchen, it is really one of my favorite kitchens I've ever had. It is really practical. It has tons of storage. So while quite narrow, I really actually like this kitchen. So back here we have a back door, which most people use to take the trash out, but I just go through the front. And then here on the fridge, my husband and I, every time we go someplace, we get a magnet. So these are all the places we have been together. And then on the outside are all the places we have gone separately. This guy right here, this air fryer, my husband got for me. And at first I was kind of mad at him because I didn't want another appliance cluttering my counter space. But I actually love this guy and I use him almost daily, so I'm not mad anymore. But as you can see, I do have quite a few appliances on my counter space. However, I still have plenty of room over here for cutting and mixing things up. So that is my tiny kitchen. And then as we go back out, we come down here into the bedroom. These curtains I talked about in the last video, I really want to replace them. They are so ugly, but they have been serving a purpose. So for now, I will leave them. And again, we have the gorgeous fireplace. This is an air filter right here, this white thing. We use it, of course, to filter the air, but also for white noise, since this bedroom does face the street and it really works wonderfully. You can't hear anything at night. So let me turn around here. This bed frame we got in Italy and I absolutely love it. But like I said, all of our furniture is just sort of an accumulation of our life together. Got plenty of closet space here. The light keeps changing for some reason. I'm sorry about that. So this is the bedroom. And you can get into the living room from here as well. And then as we go back out, here's my bathroom. Nothing much has changed in here aside from all my skincare is in here now. So I did buy this little guy here, which is perfect for storing skincare. And this is when you know you have way too much skincare. And then also down here, there used to be sort of a nightstand looking like storage container. I took it out and just put these two shelves in here, which I had in Italy already. And then I had all these little wooden boxes, which are perfect for hair care. I have some more skincare in this one. And then this I got not too long ago. This is a daylight lamp and I love it. It gets light so late here right now in the morning. It's almost 9 o'clock until it gets light. So these daylight lamps are perfect. They help your body's circadian rhythm. I got one for my husband as well. So like I said, not much new in my bathroom, aside from all the skincare. And then this is just a boring toilet. And the light actually broke. We have to fix that this weekend. So let's close that. We come in here. This is my husband's bathroom, and not much in here changed either. Aside from, as I mentioned, I got one of these for my husband as well. And this actually right here, I talked about this last time, this storage unit, which is open to the back. I asked you if you knew what this was, and you had some great suggestions. One of them was for stinky cheese, so you don't stink up your apartment. We just put our vacuum in here. And then let's go back here first. This is my husband's office / the guest room. And I just this weekend actually had my first guest, which was a lot of fun. A friend of mine from Germany came to visit. So this is actually the only room that does not have a plant in it. But my husband refuses for some reason to have a plant in here. We have some extra closet space for all his uniforms and suits. It's kind of difficult to film this. So this is, like I said, my husband's office / the guest room. And if it was up to me, there would be tons and tons of plants in here. And then we come in here, and this is my office. This is where I sit and film and talk to you. And then over here is where I edit. And though I'm facing a window, it is a dark day today, but you can see I'm facing another building back here. So it's quite dark back here most of the time. So unfortunately, I have to use a ring light. And then I also have two of these little guys. I have another one right here, which I put over here when I film. But this is, like I said, where I sit and talk to you. And then this I got because it is supposed to help absorb echo. Now it is quite challenging with these high ceilings. I think there will always be a bit of echo, but I hope these are helping. Please let me know in the comments if indeed they are helping with the sound quality of my videos. And then this plastic container I still want to replace. I want to put a pretty shelf here. We have Sam's dog bed. She always sits here when I film. My massage table, which I cannot find a better space for at the moment. And then the artwork I have in here doesn't really match at all. But just like all the other things, like I said, they are sort of an accumulation of my husband's and my life together, and each of them have a memory. Like this one, for example. This is what a lot of the bridges in Paris look like, or used to look like. Unfortunately, some of them have collapsed because of this weight. So lovers will take a lock, write their initials on it, put it on the bridge, and then throw the key in the Seine. And that is supposed to symbolize eternal love. And when my husband and I got engaged, we actually got engaged in Paris. We did the same. And somewhere in here is our lock. So this is, let me back up, my office. And like I said, please let me know if these indeed help. I actually really love my office. It has a really nice feel to it. In fact, the whole apartment has a really nice feel to it. We feel very comfortable here. So let's go back into the hallway, and that's it. Let me give you one last look. Again, here is the bedroom. We come out here. Oh, these I forgot to show you. These are 2 extra closets, which are great for storage. And then even at the top, there is more storage. And we actually also have a basement, which is really great. So this is it. This is our furnished apartment, and like I said, we really love living here. Sam loves it. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. I'll see you next time. Bye. Well, welcome back. Last month I took you on a tour of our back then unfurnished Parisian apartment. And at the end of that video, I had asked you if you wanted to see the place once it's all done. An overwhelming majority of you said yes. Please bring us along once you're done. So in today's video, I am taking you once more on a tour of our this time furnished apartment. Let's go.